Hey everybody, I'm Alicia with EasyStreet Realty. I'm driving to go meet my client right now. Same client from yesterday. We saw 3 homes in the Southwest. Today we're going to a different part of the Southwest and we're going to see 1 home. We'll see which catches his eye. I just want to talk to you guys about setting the expectations for your clients. It is probably my #1 thing that I do before I take a client out. I try to educate them about the market. Most buyers that come here are not local. So you're dealing with people who are very unfamiliar with what it's like here in Las Vegas. And when I say that Las Vegas is unique, it is completely unique. There are several things that go into a real estate transaction here that you won't find anywhere else in the country. Like, for example, we have a buyer's due diligence period, which is a 10-day period where the buyer can rescind their offer with no penalty. You will have to put down your earnest money deposit, but you will get it back as long as you rescind your offer officially within that 10-day due diligence period. And that first day of that period begins on the last day of execution for the contract, meaning that if we put in an offer and then we are countered and we go back and forth, whatever the last day is that everybody signs off is the first day and the clock starts ticking. That right there makes us extremely unique. But more importantly, we went into this quarantine period very undersupplied. We had seen new record lows than we had in over 11 years. And there were concerns where people felt that the appreciation in homes, meaning the price increase that we've seen, has been very high and that we would be facing another bubble. Now, I want to address 2 things. So here's one of the things that I try to do when I try to set the expectation with my clients. Again, I said educating them on the market. So here's a little bit of information. We are nowhere near a bubble right now. We have about 6,000 homes on the market, and that's as of Monday this week. And when the bubble occurred in 2008, we had 29,000 homes on the market. That's literally 5 times more homes on the market than there are right now. And in order for us to reach a bubble, we have to have an unhealthy amount of supply, meaning a lot of supply and very low demand. Here, again, we're undersupplied and demand stays constant. And one of the reasons for that is who our #1 and #2 buyers are. The #1 buyer here is the retiree. 45 out of 100 people that come here are retirees. The second buyer that we find the most here is the second home buyer. So these are 2 categories where people either have retired and they have their life savings already, they have their pensions, whatever it is they're going to live off of. They're not worried about employment. And the second home buyer is obviously somebody who can afford their own home in whatever state they live in and looking to purchase a second home, which means that our buyer in Las Vegas is not local. That being said, it changes the game and makes our market unique. So in order for you to come here from another state and know what to expect, you have to understand that the challenges you're facing are that you're going up against people who have the money to spend, and that because we're so undersupplied, if you're looking below the median household price, which right now in Las Vegas is $320, then you're looking at a lot of competition. Everybody's looking for a home, for exactly the amenities they want. They want X amount of bedrooms, they want a pool, or whatever it is that they have in their mind that they're coming here against. Once you go 320 or below, you're looking at some severe competition here. Now, I find that competition lessens when you hit over the 500 mark. And there is some wiggle room in negotiation there. Sometimes, not always. Now, if you're looking at a prime piece of property in Summerlin, priced exactly right, beautiful inside, a pool and just right, then if you like it, what are the odds are that most people will find that same property very attractive? And again, if it's priced right, it's going to move. Now, with the quarantine, the thing I've been hearing the most, and this is why I like to talk about expectation and what to expect here, is that a lot of people are expecting the housing market to bottom out. And, it will be all over in a bubble again. And right now, that's not happening. Real estate here in Las Vegas is considered essential business, and there are transactions closing every single day. Title companies and lenders have adjusted to the social distancing guidelines. They're doing curbside signings. They're doing mobile notaries. They're making this happen because there are people who are still interested in moving. That being said, there's not a fire sale going on here in Las Vegas. What's a fire sale? When everything must go. We're willing to sell whatever we have at rock bottom prices just to get rid of it. So if you're thinking that's what's going to happen here in Las Vegas, it hasn't happened yet. I don't predict the future, so I don't know what's going to happen. But what I can tell you is that with only 6,000 homes on the market, which is approximately 2.5 months of inventory, that means that the feds, not us as realtors, not the sellers, not the buyers, have deemed our market a seller's market. 0 to 3 months is a seller's market. It means there's an unhealthy supply, a low unhealthy supply of homes, and that means that there's less choices out there. Now, over the last 5 weeks, we have seen an increase in inventory. So from March 9th, which there were 4,278 homes on the market, and this Monday, 6,009 homes, that might seem like a huge increase to you guys. But we went from like 2 months of inventory to 2.5 months of inventory. And that means that if we continue to sell homes at the rate that we're selling homes in 2.5 months, there'll be no inventory left for anybody. And when I say 6,009 homes, that's all price points, all over the city, in Vegas and Henderson. So that means from the least expensive home to the most expensive home, that is everything that's available. So when I see an increase in inventory, I'm very happy, if I'm being honest, because that means more choices for my buyers. There's nothing worse than somebody who can't find what they're looking for because they're on a budget and they can't afford to go past a certain price point, and now there's very little choices available, and in those few choices there is so much competition. That is not something that I like my clients to face. So when I find that there's more inventory, I'm actually really excited for my clients. I'm happy to see that I'll be able to present more options to them and hopefully, help them buy the home of their dreams. So to wrap this all up, because I know this was kind of a lengthy video, I think that you guys, if you're looking to buy here in Las Vegas, you need to look at realistically what's happened. There is very little supply. Our demand has stayed constant. Our demand has slowed a little bit, which is the reason why our inventory is increasing. I think it's part of the reason that inventory is increasing. People are not flying in right now, and people are very nervous to go out with the virus. Very understandable. But what happens when the virus is over? All those people that were waiting to buy, hopefully will still be able to purchase after this or wanting to purchase. That being said, we can only deal with the current situation, and 6,009 homes on the market for all of Las Vegas and Henderson and all price points is still 2.5 months of inventory. So there's not a fire sale going on. We are nowhere near a bubble. And if you continue to watch my videos every single week, I will update you on what that number is and how that number affects our months of inventory, how the federal government will evaluate our market based on that months of inventory, and what's going on here in Las Vegas. So if all of this is of interest to you, or if any of that is of interest to you, definitely keep watching my videos. If you want more information about a specific part of town, please let me know, and we can go over all of those numbers, real-time numbers, so you can know exactly what's going on here in Las Vegas, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or you're just a homeowner and interested to find out what's going on. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, and stay safe out there, guys.